let's see if I can explain this. I'm ready to build a rafter tomorrow. Here's where the rafter meets the post, and it is complicated. It has to be that way, I guess, because of the principles I build with. The post is a 1x6 that you should know. That's the outboard post. This is the inboard post, again a 1x6. How tall they are, I'm going to build from the top down. I've got enough lumber that I'll see how it goes, and then I'll cut off the extra when I'm sure about the tolerances and stuff. I've only got about an inch or two extra, but anyway, I've got that lumber cut. All right, this is the end view of a rafter. There's the spine. There's a cleat on either side. On the cleat rests a pallet, a 5-inch thick pallet. That's basically what this is all about, supporting twice this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pallets times 2, 12 to make up the bed shed for a bunk bed. Now, this is what's so complicated, because the rafter is going to sit down over a post, and I'm going to let some of the posts go higher. That'll work like a tenon. That's as a pin. A pin will go through it. As a matter of fact, all of these, I'll use nails, but they'll be pre-drilled, so they'll be loose. It'll be pinned together. Now, as I build up the posts, and as I build these cleats up, the rafters, I'll nail them with probably 6-penny nails. But putting the whole thing together, it's just going to be pinned. All right, these are 3-inch, and they're going to support the pallets. Let's see. The pallets are 5 inches thick, so I've got to allow for 5 inches here. That only gives me 1 inch of purchase for this, because it's going to be solid going up through there. I may well put a little tiny post in here, which I would have room to do that, to give it more bearing, so it's not just bearing on ½ an inch. Out here, I don't have pallets to worry about, so I've got a lot more space to work with. Now, the inner posts, I only need 2. I need 3 there. I only need 2 here, because the one in the middle is only going to go so high. I've got to allow space to get in and out of a bunk bed here, and less importantly here. But that leaves the problem of how to support the rafter. Because the bed shed's going to need 3 rafters. The outboard side will be supported it'll be like all the rest of them. Well, it wouldn't have, yeah, that'll have that going through. But the inner one, how I'm going to support that rafter is through braces. I can't show that in this drawing. And another thing, I drew this way too steep. I mean, it'll be half that slope. And there will be a brace or a strut going from here down to here. That's what this is. It'll probably be 4-inch. I'll also probably have a little brace here, not because it needs the strength. Out here it needs the strength, but to add a few more triangles so the whole thing doesn't rack. Now, once it's together, it won't be very prone to rack, because it'll be everything will be leaning against each other. As a matter of fact, I should put a circle here to indicate a wire, a high tensile fence wire going the whole way around there, and probably at the bottom as well, going around all 6 of them. This is a 1x. It'll be notched around that. This will be nailed on the end of it. I could do without those in a way, but I decided I wanted to put that there. It'll cost me 1 more inch in height here. Now, I can calculate the height, but as I say, I'm going to start building here and here and just see how far down it goes and how far it goes this way. I can calculate it within an inch or two, but I want to make my final cut when I get to the end. Oh, and the rafters, or the pallets resting on the rafters cleats, they'll stand 1 inch proud. That's the right term for it. You might have heard proud flesh on a horse before. It'll stand proud. It won't be flush with the top of that. That's okay. I really have to do that in order to get enough. I'll have 2 inches here, 4 inches there, but to get that 5, I'm just going to let it stand proud. It won't hurt. I don't know if you can follow this or not, but tomorrow I think I'm ready to build. And there's going to have to be a stop right in here. That will be sandwiched in here as a stop to keep the rafter from sliding down. There'll also be a stop. I may actually glue that one on, but I'll use pine and smaller nails. There'll be a stop here to keep the pallets from sliding down the rafter. Pretty darn complicated, huh? Well, bye for now.